Good evening, fellow Tikash merchants. How are you? My name is Amos. I'll be your trainer today under the Tikash Soko app. So this is where we say that digital biashara is the future of your biashara. And of course, this platform is an amazing platform that is going to help us transform our biasharas from being manual biasharas to being digital biashara. So, welcome once again. Let us learn together how to send money and withdraw the cash. That is our session. Let us learn how to send money and withdraw cash. So remember, this session is coming after a number of sessions that we have done in the course of the week. So this is not the very first session. So we have done some other sessions. The very first one was on how to fix your shop. The second one was on how to make your first sale. The third one was on how to get paid. And of course, now, how can you access your money? By, of course, sending it or withdrawing it in terms of cash. That is what this session is all about. Kumbuka, tumeshajua jinsi ya kuuza kutumia the platform. Tunaweza uza na tukiuza tunaweza lipwa in three methods. Njia ya kwanza ya kulipwa ni the cash, and of course, let us run through that quickly so that we understand where this money is coming from. So nikiguza hapa, say I want to sell something via the catalog. I've gone to sell, I want to sell something via the catalog, and say what I want to sell is this item, the photography, which is just one item. Ni proceed kwa checkout. Then utaona there are three ways. Of course, this is something we have done in the past, but I just thought of going through it quickly. Ndio ujue hii pesa yenye tunataka kusend ama tunataka withdraw inatoka wapi. Huyu customer anaweza nilipa through the Soko QR code. Kuna hiyo QR code yenye customer anaweza scan. Akiscan hiyo QR code, pesa inatoka kwa Tkash wallet yake inakuja kwa Tkash wallet yangu directly. So that is one way of getting paid. The second way is the cash payment. Hapa ni penye customer anakupatia money in terms of cash. And then kuna external wallet. Hapa kwa external wallet, we said that is where the customer pays you via the M-Pesa. Yani huyu customer anakulipa using M-Pesa. So anaweza scan hiyo QR code ama anaweza tumia the paybill number 817817 na account number aeke namba yenye uliregister nayo the app. So this money yenye umelipo via M-Pesa inaenda kwa Tkash wallet yako. Ile pesa ingine yenye utalipwa via the Soko QR code inaenda kwa Tkash account yako, yani inaenda kwa Tkash wallet yako. So ikienda kwa Tkash wallet yako, how can you be able to send this money or withdraw it? Hivyo ndio hii session inaenda kuexplore. So for you to of course definitely get to sell, not to sell, sorry, but get to send money and withdraw the money, uta make sure that hapa kwa app on this screen yenye niko, you're not on the business side. Unafaa uende to the personal side. Kwa hii business side, tunafaa tutoke hapo tuende kwa personal side so that I'm able to send money. Remember, my intention is to send money and withdraw the cash. You can't do this when you're on the personal side. So nitaenda, when you're on the business side, sorry, you need to change and move to the personal side. Una swipe aje to the personal side. Hapo in between the business logo icon and the notification bell, kuna option ya kuswitch. So hapo una tap the word personal, ina switch, inakupeleka towards the personal side. Ukifika kwenye personal side, one of the things that you'll have to note is the screen that appears similar to the screen on the other side, but his screen is somehow different. Ukiangalia iko na the Tkash balance at the very top. After hello Amos, there's a Tkash balance there that is 98 shillings. I have the amount spent today, which is 0 shillings. So that means sijanunua kitu. So nikinunua kitu via the platform, then inaapia hapo on the amount spent today. Nikikuja hapa chini, kuna the number of rotaries that I have, which are 4. So the app is running a rotary, and this rotary is for both the customer who makes the largest purchase and the merchant who makes the largest sale. Wote watapewa reward. So that is why there is some rotary tickets. So of course, I aim to get the reward. So of course we transact more for us to get the reward. Ukiangalia bookings ziko 0, meaning I've not booked with any service provider that nitaendea services kwake ama mtu wa shop that nitaenda kwa shop yake. So below that you have the orders, the refer and earn, na hapo chini kabisa uko na option ya home, shop, scan, wallet and transfer. So ukitaka kutuma ama withdraw pesa unakuja transfer. Hii transfer iko wapi? Hii transfer ni hii option iko hapa mwisho kabisa on your right hand side hapo chini. Nikiguza hiyo transfer inanipea 2 options. Do I want to send the money or do I want to withdraw the money? So mimi ndio nita make a decision. Niseme nataka kutuma ama nataka withdraw. So assuming I have maybe a relative in school that is in college ama ko campus anahitaji pesa, so of course I can send this money directly kutoka kwa Tcash ya business yangu imfikie. So how do I do that? Tena kwa send money. Kiuza send money lazima ni enter amount. Amount yenye unaweka hapa lazima ikuwe ni amount yenye of course iko chini ya amount yenye uko nayo kwa Tcash platform yako. Kwa nini? Because if you're sending to any other network, there will be a charge. But kama unatuma kwa a Tcash network, that is the Telkom Kenya network, hakuna charges. So ina depend ama huyo mtu ako na Tcash ama hana Tcash. Tuseme my sister does not have the Tcash. So that means I can't send money to her via the Tcash, which is a free method. So inamaanisha nitafanyaje? Itabidi nimemtumia via the other network yenye ako nayo, for example the M-Pesa. So nikitaka kumtumia via that network, I'll enter the amount. Of course, because I have 98 shillings as my balance, naweza tuma 50. So nikisema I want to send the 50, you can type the 50 ama unaweza ichukua from the amount zenye ziko hapo juu. So once I take it, naguza next. Nikiguza next, the next thing I need to know is the phone number. Of course, hapa kwa phone number, si lazima ati ukuwe unaijua off head ati una type. Unaweza guza the option ya phone book na usearch, or unaweza kuwa umeicopy paste. Unaicopy maybe from call log and then ukikuja hapa ni kupaste tu. Ama unaweza tuma kwa network. Ukiguza hii phone book, hii option inapia kama phone book, the one that appears to have a face, itakuleta kwa people within your operation wenye wako kwa hizo contacts zako within the app. So how do itakuletea? And because I don't want to send to them, I want to send to another new number, nitaieka tu. So I'll put 0726055224. Then once I do that, I press on next. Nikiguza next, inaniletea details. I confirm the details. The recipient of this amount is Amos, the network is Safaricom, the amount is 50, the transaction fee is 0. Why is the transaction fee 0 despite me sending to a different network? The amount of sending is too small and therefore does not get to attract a fee. So assuming I'm to send something like 1,000, let me just try with 1,000, although I don't have that balance, and see how it goes. So nikiamua nitumie 1,000, next I enter the same phone number. Ukiangalia hapa kwa confirm your details, the recipient is still myself, the network is Safaricom, but the amount is 1,000 now. The transaction fee is 13 shillings. So inakuonyesha aje that there is a transaction fee yenye itadidactiwa from my Tcash wallet even to make this transaction worth 1,000. So it is important that you understand that when you are sending money to other networks apart from Telkom Kenya, there is some cost that you pay for that money that you're sending. So utakuwa unailipa ni facilitation fee, ni venye tu ukituma pesa unachajiwa something small for that transaction. So hiyo ndio unaona inaapia hapo as a transaction fee. So it's not something new. It's something that we are used to in the Kenyan context because we keep on sending money. So in the Kenyan context, we keep on sending money, and as we send money, of course, there is some transaction fee that we get to pay for us to do the send. Na hivo ndio unaweza tumia mtu pesa. So for you to just send, you'd have to confirm and send. Ukiconfirm and send, inakuambia you enter the PIN code to proceed. So hapa, if I enter the PIN code, for example, I can enter my PIN code. The next thing is to verify. Once I press on verify, of course, you can see that self-payments are not allowed. So this is because I'm just sending to myself. That is why it is not allowing me to do that, because I'm just sending to myself. And of course, that is it. That is how you send. If you're sending to a different number, then you're pesa ingeenda, so long as you have that amount in your Tcash wallet. So that is it important to send money through the Tcash Soko platform. One of the advantage is if the person has a Tcash phone or a Telkom Kenya phone, the transaction is cost free. So you just get to send the money seamlessly, free of charge. Hakuna cost unachajiwa. If you're to send, you can also send to any other network. Hiyo ndio another advantage. The fact that si ati lazima msee akuwe na Telkom, unaweza mtumia pia kwa Safaricom yake, pia kwa Airtel yake, depending on whichever network yana operate, you can be able to send the money. And that is one big advantage of having this platform. Remember, hii pesa yenye tunatuma ni pesa yenye we have generated from the business. The money that we have been paid via the Soko QR code and via the external wallet, ndio ile pesa yenye unaweza tuma in such a way. So one of the other things I would want us to note is how we can be able to withdraw cash, because sometimes utajipata unahitaji cash. Sometimes kuna products unataka kununua na mwenye anakuzia ha accept digital payments, maybe hana Tcash, ha accept M-Pesa, so you need cash. So if you find yourself in such a position, you can still be able to access the money in your Tcash wallet, because this money is simply yours. You work hard for it. So therefore, you can be able to withdraw it. How do you withdraw? Ukiwa kwa home under the personal side, utakuja tu pale kwa transfer. Transfer tumesema iko hapo chini kabisa towards your right hand side. Ukikuja kwa transfer, inakupea the two options. There is the send money and there is the withdraw cash. But this time round, what we want to do is we want to withdraw. So for us to withdraw, nitafanya aje? Nitaguza hiyo option ya withdraw cash. Nikiguza the option of withdraw cash, then of course this screen now shows up. The screen that is showing up inaniambia please enter the amount to withdraw. So hapo ndio unaweka the amount that you want to withdraw based on what you have. Remember, under this platform, huwezi weka pesa yenye hauna. So like lazima ukuwe unajua balance yako ni ngapi. So if your balance is like 1,000, you can be able to withdraw up to say something like 950. Why? Because there is also a transaction for withdrawal. So for all withdrawals, there is a transaction fee that is attached to them. So lazima make sure that as you withdraw, ni venye tu una withdraw pia pesa kwa bank. Huwezi withdraw ati all the money without considering the transaction cost, because that withdrawal will not be effective, because every withdrawal is like a service that you're being given by the platform. You must be able to pay for the service fee, and that service fee is in terms of what we refer now to as transaction fee. So nikiangalia, because I had 98 shillings, I can withdraw 10 shillings. So what do? Nita type hapo, I want to withdraw 10, because you can see it's not up there. So I just type 10, then next. Nikiguza next, inaniambia I enter the pin code. So remember, there is this pin code yenye uliweka when you did sign in for the app at the very beginning. That is the pin code that you're required to enter at this stage. So I'll just enter mine. Once I enter the pin code, then the next thing that I do is to verify that that is what I want to do. So I verify. Once I verify, inaniambia I confirm the details. Confirm the details that I want to withdraw the 10 shillings. So I'll proceed on and generate the code. So nikiguza hapo generate the code, or raise the amount. Oh, cash failed, please try again later, or raise the amount. Oh, I can't be able to withdraw anything that is below 50. So let's try again with an amount that is 50. Okay. So let me go back. Let me enter the amount hapa to be 50. Then niguze next. Nikiguza next, naeka pin code, which is now what I'm entering. Nikieka pin code, hapo chini kabisa niguze verify. Yeah, this is 50. I generate a code. And of course, you can see that the app now generates the code, because the minimum amount you can withdraw is 50 shillings. So the app now gets me an agent code. So what is this code for, and why is it generated? You can withdraw your money from all the Telkom Kenya agents and all the KCB Kenya agents. So KCB Bank agents or Telkom Kenya agents, hapo ndio unaweza withdraw pesa yako. Ukifika kwa hiyo shop, unafanya tu venye tumefanya, unaenda kwa withdraw cash, una enter the amount, una enter the pin, inakupatia a code. Hii code ndio utapatia mwenye customer attendant kwa hiyo agent. The customer attendant in the agent ataeka hii code kwa gadget yake na anakupatia pesa yako in terms of cash. It is that simple. And how many agents are there across the country? There are over 40,000 agents combined, like the KCB Bank agents together with the Telkom Kenya agents. So this ensures that you have access to your money in terms of cash from most of the places in this country, if not all the places. Like unaweza withdraw your money from any shopping center, because in any shopping center utapata a KCB Bank agent. In case there is no KCB Bank agent, utapata a Telkom Kenya agent. So definitely, and you can be able to access your money in terms of cash by withdrawing it. So utakuja withdraw, and then this is the code yenye utaonyesha huyo agent. Ukionyesha agent hii code, ataeka hii code kwa device yake, kwa machine yake. So like kwa simu yake, akiweka hii code, inamverify transaction. You must have your ID with you for them to confirm that you are actually the owner or the person doing the transaction. And of course, anakupatia pesa yako, and you're able to do the things that you wanted to do with your money. So that is how you can get to withdraw the money. Remember one thing, when you're withdrawing the money, there are is a transaction fee that will be charged. However, this transaction fee is small compared is small and a normal kind of charge that has existed in all the platforms. Whether you're withdrawing from M-Pesa or withdraw from Tcash, there is that charge yenye huwa unachajiwa. So it's a comparable charge that is being charged for this transaction for you to make the withdrawal. And because I'm not near an agent, so I'll just move back because now I can't share that code with any agent because I'm not near any and I don't need to withdraw that money at this point in time. So that is how you can be able to send money and withdraw money. So what have we learned today? We have learned that for us to withdraw our money, the money that we get to receive through the platform via the Soko QR code and via the external wallets, we need to be on the personal side of the app. In the personal side of the app, where do we access that money? Tutakuja hapa chini kabisa kwa transfer. Nikikuja hapo kwa transfer, then I have the option of sending the money or withdrawing the money. However, there is one major lesson yenye nataka tushike kabisa, ya kwamba withdrawals zina attract a service fee na pia sending to other networks ina attract a service fee. However, kutuma from your Tcash wallet to a Telkom number is free of charge. So I would want you to understand that, so that as you make the transactions, you are aware of what is happening from your end and any charges that is accompanying that transaction. So this brings us to the end of our session today. In case you have not watched any of our previous sessions, kindly do so via the YouTube channel. Utaweza kuona all the sessions we have had in the course of the week. Get to educate yourself on how to utilize the app for the advantage of your business and for your own advantage as an individual. And in case you have a question, kindly feel free to write it in the comment section below. I'll be checking and responding to your questions as soon as I see them. Have a great evening. I'll see you tomorrow in our next sessions.